Cheers.
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 Dan's got a lot of Chicago on. Stoked about
Yeah,
that field straight, are you?
Not really. He didn't bring a lot. But, you know, we're going to get Caleb Williams, and then he's going to suck, and then we're going to be drafting in the top 5 in like 3 years.
Yep. It's that perpetual bottom feeder.
Yeah. But at least
We've had it for a long time.
So if he sucks, it's on him.
Yeah, that's true. We know we're Browns fans.
Is this basketball or baseball?
This
Super
is
basketball.
football.
Okay.
Field hockey.
Football?
Field hockey.
I never.
Yeah.
No, that's not that. You guys never talk about that.
No,
Slam ball.
we don't.
We'd talk about field
Slam
hockey
ball.
all the time.
No, it's Daniel's favorite sport, soccer.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I-
Daniel does love soccer.
big fan. All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Movie Podium, a weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and at the end of the week, we get together and talk about it. It's kind of like a book club.
But for movies.
But for movies.
It's for movies.
It's no, not Dave. You fucked it up. It's but for movies.
But for.
But for movies.
What's a but for?
Pooping.
Silly.
We also came up with a set of questions to ask ourselves as we watch this film, such as, is this a podium movie or a top 3 in the year of its respective release? I'm your host, Matt Scott. I'm here with my dudes, Eric,
Hello.
Dave,
My dudes.
Daniel,
Ew.
and Cooking with Kevin.
That's me.
Cooking with Kevin. Cooking with Kevin. He's whipping up food to put you in the mood. He's got a little liquid courage. It makes him a better cook.
Definitely makes me a better cook.
You're the best cook I know. Every day.
A few drinks.
And without further ado, we present our next movie.
A shoe is just a shoe. Until my son steps into it.
Shut up,
Sorry.
Dave.
That's all right.
I was just going to say, I like 2012 Kelv's cooking, which just consisted of straight chili mac.
Oh. I've perfected that.
Daniel, you want to give us a song?
Oh yeah,
What's the
Daniel.
movie?
It's
Air.
It's Aladdin.
Michael Jordan, really good at basketball, so Nike wants him for the shoes. He strikes a really hard bargain, but eventually Nike gets their shoes.
Ballin'.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, so our next movie is Air, a movie about a shoe. Who would have thought that would be as entertaining as it was? Eric, I remember when this first came out, that was literally your reaction was like, it's about a shoe.
That's one of my answers. Let's not
Yeah.
spoil it though.
Oh, I won't. But when you watch it, it's like, it's way more than just that. But it's a funny premise to do that.
Yeah.
But only Michael Jordan could pull off something like that.
That's true.
So what is it
So-
a movie about?
Well,
Shoes.
we'll get into it.
Okay.
You want to get into it?
You want to go? You want to go?
Are you threatening me?
TP for my bunghole?
I'll take Matt.
What?
He whooped your ass when you were in crew, and he wasn't.
like-
as
You weren't
swole
there.
as Matt.
20
you
years
You
ago.
weren't there.
I
You
wasn't
don't
there.
know. You don't know what happened.
Oh, it was
You told
20
me the
years ago.
story. You
That's
told me
old
he
news.
wicked out and beat the shit out of you.
He did. He went. I don't even know what to call it.
Super Saiyan.
Hulkamadiat. That
That's
was awful.
that's not gonna
Can we
be it.
cut
Yeah,
that?
that's bad.
Don't use it.
Leave that in. Actually, cut it out and make him say it like 5 times in a row.
Yes. Yeah. That's we're gonna cut it out and then paste it.
All right. Ready for some random ass facts?
Please.
Let's do it.
All right. This got a 7.4 on IMDb.
Is that higher than Thor?
It is higher than Thor.
7-point Thor.
It deserves
Nice.
That one was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
Let's see. Michael Jordan specifically requested Viola Davis to play his mom. It just so
Nice.
happened that Julius Tenen is not only Michael Jordan's dad in the movie, but he's actually married to Viola Davis in real life.
Huh. I thought you were going to say he's his dad in real life.
That was a good cast.
No. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, it
too.
was.
Apparently, Matt Damon's character, Sonny, has a lot more to do with the shoe industry than this movie leads you to believe. So, the way that he was ahead of the game in terms of how to market and recruit basketball players, this guy started some, I think it was called Dapper Dan's basketball tournament. Anyways, he actually came up with like the best of the best high school kids, basically AAU ball before it was AAU ball, and he would have the best of the best play in these high school tournaments, and then he would build a relationship with them that way. And so he actually was a really big part of Nike's recruiting, and sure, in the movie there's a little bit of that, but it really does a disservice to his character, and a lot of talking heads in the sports world did not like that part of this movie because they know the real story. And as you can tell by Ben Affleck's character, Phil Knight, the CEO of Nike, is not exactly the nicest person. In his Basketball Hall of Fame speech, he actually leaves out both Matt Damon's character and some other characters in this movie in his speech that pretty much got him a hall. I mean, this is the Basketball Hall of Fame. Without these guys, he would not be a basketball person at all.
Yeah.
And he completely leaves them out because he fired them in the early 90s, and they went on to help out Adidas to be, another reputable brand again. So like they were floundering when they basically came on board and were at least a rival to Nike. But anyways, this kind of goes back to Ben Affleck's character, Phil Knight, and how he was not exactly the nicest person, and he's very vindictive. And a lot of people were upset with this movie because of the way that basically they take away a lot of credit that should have been given to characters like Matt Damon.
Okay.
I disagree. I feel like Matt Damon's character definitely gets a lot of credit in this movie.
Some, but I think
But
it's
Sonny.
I think the problem people have with it is he does get credit, but he's more than just the gateway to this shoe. Like, he is the brains of the whole organization from the basketball standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
This movie kind of just shows that he kind of struck gold with Michael Jordan, and that's the way it was.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
agree
what I
with
mean.
that, yeah.
He and yeah. Anyways, another thing, I guess he actually never went to Michael Jordan's house and talked to his mom. That whole thing never happened, apparently.
Okay. Well, that's probably good for him.
Yeah,
Seemed like a
exactly.
pretty bad thing to do.
Right. And apparently Michael Jordan never met with Adidas. He was saying, or at the time, he did say like that was his preferred shoe, but he never met with them. So I think part of it, big shocker, was dramatized just to make this more of a movie.
No.
Right.
You're kidding me.
Never.
Like
You
his
mean
agent,
they needed to exaggerate things in this movie about a shoe?
exactly.
No.
I mean, his agent in the movie makes it seem like he's like, oh, we can't go to this rinky-dink shoe company, Nike. But
Yeah.
in real life, he was a big fan. Wow, just because it was going like that. Apparently, in real life, he was one of the people really wanting to go to Nike because he saw that he had a vision for Jordan and said he's going to be bigger than this shoe.
Yeah.
And like he's going to be the shoe, as we will know as a good quote. But so yeah, there's some things that might necessarily be true and things that were probably a little over dramatic. But yeah, it's a movie about a shoe. Anybody else have anything? There wasn't a ton on this other than just the backstory being different, which is not a surprise. No? All right.
No.
Sweet. All right, cool.
Where's the cricket sounder?
Is that good enough?
Yeah, that was great.
What was that?
That was me being crickets.
There we go.
I can't do it. Okay, there we go. All right, questions? Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
All right. Favorite thing about the movie? All right, Dapper Dan. What do you got?
For me, my favorite thing is the meeting with the Jordans, where they have that shitty banner that says like Nike welcomes the Jordan family, and then like the whole thing with like they bring out the prototype shoe, and then they start the video, and like everyone can see like, oh, Michael doesn't give a shit about this highlight video. Like, let's cut it short, and I'll just pitch him the last bit of the pitch.
Yeah.
I
that was
just loved
awesome.
that scene. It was really good.
We
a
had to
great
pause during that scene because of Ben Affleck and his performance when he comes in and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm Phil Knight, the CEO of this company. I'm very important." And he just does it like so badly.
Yeah.
Julie couldn't stand it, so she made me pause it.
That's awesome. Eric, what was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing, I had a couple. First of all, they didn't show Michael Jordan. So I like that. That was kind of funny.
Yep.
And then, yeah, second was just the fact that I got to, like, was the fact that that Phil Knight was there. Because we lived in Oregon, in Eugene, where Nike started.
Yep.
And, like, there's a whole, like, Phil Knight arena there. And, like, his name's all over the place. So it was just cool to see him in a movie, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. To kind of dot the I's or dot. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's funny, the whole Jordan thing and not seeing Jordan. That was apparently something that Ben Affleck made sure of, because they said basically they didn't want anyone to come in and mischaracterize him. Like nobody could do him, Michael Jordan, justice. For a reenactment, so they just nixed it. They're like, all right, we're just going to blur him out or show him in the background. We can't even have somebody try to be Michael Jordan. That's how crazy.
That's pretty hilarious.
Status. Yeah, like how much of a legend he is. But we don't even want to mess it up.
The only shot you see of Jordan is from behind. It's just a silhouette of his back and the head.
Yep. Yeah, Kevin, what was your favorite?
My favorite thing is something that apparently didn't happen. It was Sonny's conversation with Jordan's mom in this movie.
Yeah.
And then with every company, what they would pitch. And it came true when they actually went to pitch their offer. Everything that Sonny said was said
right
in the meetings with the other companies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously the story of them recruiting him is true. Obviously it's not fake, but some things are obviously just fictionalized.
Yeah.
Dave?
My favorite part of the movie was also Sonny's speech to the Jordans in the boardroom.
Nice.
But I'll go ahead and do another. The part where David calls Sonny after he went around him and talked to the parents, and the heated exchange that they have with all the mother effers and I'll eat your balls, I'll eat your nuts. That was a good part.
It's a good, yeah, absolutely, a good back and forth. My favorite thing was that it was about my favorite athlete of all time, and even though it's about a shoe, it's only Michael Jordan's shoe and the only person that could pull it off. So the whole legend behind it, this guy who was not the first pick. Sure, he was one of the highest people most well known because of his shot in that North Carolina game. But he wasn't a sure thing, and so they did take a gamble on him to an extent. They didn't know he was going to be the best of all time, obviously at that age. So like being able to produce that and that come to fruition is pretty awesome to see, and the story behind it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, it's a great flick, and it's interesting, too, that the Nike brand, the Nike basketball brand specifically, like they talk about in the movie, like the Nike brand is big for like jogging and like tennis shoes and all that.
Yeah, it was
stuff.
huge then.
But
yeah, they were in the 70s. They were huge.
Shoes. Yeah,
right.
So
which is
like
crazy for us.
Yeah,
yeah, thinking that they weren't at the top.
Yeah, and it's nuts. But yeah, I mean, they had Steve Prefontaine back in the running group, in the 70s, like Eric said, in Oregon, in Eugene. That was just a different type of shoe. And now Jordan is the shoe, right? I mean, how many guys are Jordan or Nike? Mostly all of them.
Right.
All right, next category, we've got least favorite part about the movie. Dave, what was your least favorite thing?
I didn't put anything down, but I would say probably the way that Howard talked to the Jordans. I thought it was awkward and weird. The way their whole interaction. If I had to nitpick, I don't know. I really liked this movie. I didn't think that there was much like bad about it. The parts that were made up, I think like helped make it a story.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't really take anything away from it. Like I'm sure
I agree.
Even if he didn't go out to the Jordans, he at least probably had a phone call with them or something. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. They did. And that was something that was talked about, is that Jordan's mom didn't necessarily, talk about specifics with how much money she would get or they would get and all of that kind of stuff. But she was adamant about it being Jordan's brand, and him being a big part of it, not getting ripped off. So a lot of that was true. It's just that, that actual meeting didn't happen. So you're right.
Yeah.
It doesn't take anything away. Not at all. Kevin?
I had something with, I had something
the
North Carolina trip. Oh, I had something with North Carolina trip, and it's very, very specific, is that Sonny passed somebody while going to North Carolina in a double yellow lane.
Yes.
While driving.
Yes, he did.
He broke
That's
the
illegal.
law doing that. You shouldn't do that. And
they got it on camera.
He shouldn't do that.
Yeah, we would never break the law.
And not
he
in a
also,
double
he
yellow
also
lane.
gambled. You're all right with him. You're all right with him gambling, but crossing a double yellow on a country road that I'm all sure we have done before
He did
in
it
our
in
podunk
Vegas.
town.
Yeah, he was in Vegas when he gambled.
Oh,
So it's legal.
that's it. Yeah, how about his gambling habit? Daniel?
My least favorite thing is that. Oh, go ahead, Kev.
I'm going to say, I don't like his gambling habit, and I think the gambling thing just didn't even need to be in the movie. There's nothing
to show his
from
personality that he's a gambler.
It's like the
He was
first
definitely a gambler
4
in real
minutes in the
life. We'll put it-
movie, he's like putting money things, and throughout the rest of the movie, he's not gambling with his financial responsibilities.
He's not
Like,
gambling,
he's gambling with
money.
his job.
He's gambling,
He's
with
gambling with his job.
Yeah, gambling
Yeah,
is stuff like,
it's a
I've made this
character
money.
building thing, Kevin,
I get
it's
that, but
it's a
it doesn't
character
go
building
off from
thing.
that.
Yes, it does. Because he's gambling Nike's future with the whole basketball operations. There's a whole scene where Jason Bateman's character is like, hey, I know you're willing to take this risk and perhaps lose your job, but like, I have to give my daughter Nikes every Sunday. Like, that whole speech is basically like, you are gambling all of our jobs on your hunch.
Wait for it.
But like the beginning,
here's where
like,
Kevin still here's where Kevin still won't agree.
I won't agree. I will not agree. I think the beginning with him gambling in Vegas makes it seem like he actually has like a financial issue that's not an issue.
When Daniel's talking like this, he just wants to strangle Kevin, so his hands go like this whenever he's talking to the camera. I can strangle.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
I hate Kevin. Because the thing is, when you explain things to Kevin, even if you're right, and explaining exactly how you're right, Kevin's like, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Not so sure you're right.
I don't think
It's
so.
an interpretation of how I see his character and how you see its character.
No, I'm giving you block by block story beats on how this is done in the movie.
Whipping up some food to
present
get
his
you in the mood.
And
Got a
you're just
little
like,
liquid courage. Makes him a better cook.
I'm going to say no, Daniel.
Daniel, what was your least favorite thing?
My least favorite thing is, and this is all Kevin's fault, by the way. He cut me off the first time so he could argue. But my least favorite thing is Michael Jordan's agent. He's a real dick.
Falk?
Yeah, Falk is just a real dick. He's funny,
Yeah. Yes,
but I would hate to have to deal with that guy regularly.
Yeah.
For sure.
Matt, what about yours?
My least favorite thing was actually kind of just not getting able to see Jordan. I like the allure of not seeing Jordan, but it is a movie about Jordan, and so I'm just selfishly wishing he was on there. And
That's going to lead in... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. And my other thing was just Phil Knight not really giving credit where credit's due. And that's not necessarily in this movie, but just in life in general. But
Yeah.
again, kind of like Dave said, there's not a lot to hate. This movie's fun. It's funny. There's not a lot of thinking involved. I mean, it's a good time.
Yeah.
I did really enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
Your first point leads me to my least favorite thing, which is the fact that it's a movie about a shoe.
Yep.
That's it.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
But man, it's a cool shoe.
It is a cool shoe, but it's a fucking movie about a shoe.
I might
And
buy
I liked
some.
it. They got me to watch it. I liked it. But I liked a movie about a shoe.
Yeah, isn't that wild? And
Yes.
you know what, though? It's not the first movie about a shoe made by Michael Jordan.
Like Mike?
Yeah, exactly. It's not even the first fucking shoe about Michael Jordan. That's how good this guy was. And honestly, let's not kid ourselves. Slam Dunk Ernest, that had to have been about Jordan's shoe. They just couldn't have the right, or they didn't have the rights to it, so they just pretended that the shoes could talk and make him dunk and all that crazy stuff. Those are Jordans. Let's be honest. I know Kareem is like the guy in the movie, but let's be honest. It's Jordan. All right, next category we've got who won the movie? I'm going to go first and say Nike.
Right there
That's
with
good.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2-hour advertisement for Nike.
Yeah. They
I was
were
going to say
already
Jordan because
I said Michael Jordan.
It's a movie about him, but not
There's the
about
other-
him.
right. I mean, those are probably your two answers. Anybody have anything other than those two?
Nope.
Nope.
I told
That's
Julie
a quick
as we were watching, I was like, they're going to make me want to buy fucking Jordan shoes, aren't they? They didn't.
And then you saw the price tag and you were like, fuck no.
Well, I knew they were expensive, but
I want to buy some,
Do it.
It made me want to buy some for sure. I need some new like basketball shoes. I haven't had any in a while, so I've been
3
craving.
pairs of Jordans. You don't
I
play
have
basketball
3?
in Jordans?
Yeah.
I do. I have.
You're a
2
lunatic, though.
I have 2 pairs of Jordans, and I play with both of them. But I want a pair where I'm not playing in them. Oh yeah, you just had yours. Like I just saw those last week. It made me want to buy some as well. Jerk.
I'm weird with it. I've never been a Nike guy. I had like 3 Nikes. I have 1 pair upstairs.
But you don't
that
play
I don't wear.
sports.
I don't, and they fall apart. Whenever I do own a pair of Nikes, they fall apart.
How long did you wear them?
Not long. Like it's like literally like 3 months.
What were
I
you
don't
doing in
like
those 3
like
months?
Nikes. I'll just say that.
Kevin's pretty hard on his shoes.
I don't spend $200 on
That
shoes.
He doesn't take
fair.
them off, is
He
why.
doesn't take them off.
I have the same pair of Skechers for like 7 years.
He does have mileage. He does put a lot of mileage on his shoes in a 24-hour setting.
Kevin. He goes,
fair.
I've had the same pair of Skechers for 7 years. Buy a new pair of shoes.
I have them, and one of them were Nikes, and I don't wear them.
You're a grandpa. You're just.
I don't buy
I like
new
something
shoes
that's
until
comfortable.
my shoes fall apart.
I'm
You're
the same way.
You're the same. You're the same way.
Yeah,
I'm
not
pretty
a
much the
fashion
same
boy.
way.
I'm not a fashion
Yeah.
boy. I don't
Yeah,
care how
I was-
my feet look. Are my feet comfortable in the shoes? Can I walk in them? I don't need
Yeah.
new shoes.
I got the sweatshirt at Walmart for $15.
That's a good deal.
Where?
Yeah, and that's sweet.
I got this sweatshirt from my mommy for
Wow.
Christmas.
There's that too.
That's a good deal, too.
I don't remember where I bought this, but this is Adidas.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Oh, we got Adidas bias here. Didn't know that. All right, next category we've got. Yeah. We talked about who won the movie, Nike
Yep.
or MJ. Pretty easy. All right,
Yeah.
next one is favorite song moment or score scene. All right, Kevin, what's your favorite song in this movie?
I love the intro with Dire Straits just coming straight in
Yeah,
with it just sets the era and the tone of the movie.
Yeah.
money for nothing, chicks
Yeah.
for free, baby.
This movie had the soundtrack was stacked.
Solid,
Like, they just
absolutely solid.
they just played like 80s hit after 80s hit.
yeah, lots
Yes.
of jams. What was your favorite jam, Eric?
Mine was Time After Time.
Nice,
That is good.
Time after time.
nice.
Exactly. That's exactly
If you
how it
fall-
sounds.
Daniel? I will break. Come on.
I'll be here waiting.
Oh, if you
Time
fall,
after
I'll
time.
get you. I will be
We'll
waiting.
be waiting. Time after time.
Jesus.
Daniel?
Time after time.
I was just gonna let it go.
Yeah.
My favorite was "All I Need Is a Miracle" when they're working over the weekend on the pitch.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, that's really fitting. I mean, their songs were on point, right? They sent a message. They were very well thought of. Dave?
Atomic Dog by George Clinton.
Yes. That was
Nice.
my second choice. That's such a good one.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I ended up saying like Mike, or I want to be
You
like Mike.
would.
I know, at the end of the movie. It's just, I had such 90s nostalgia.
You're
I
obsessed.
feel like Matt didn't like this one because he didn't take the first answer.
No,
No,
he
I
was being
love that.
generous.
I just, plus I didn't think anyone else would pick it.
There's
Time
also
After
Legs
Time
by
was
ZZ
second.
Top.
I know, that was probably third. Time
Yeah, that
After
was
Time
my
was probably
second
second
one,
on
was Legs by ZZ Top.
mine. Nice. Yeah, that's a good one. That song rules.
Stacy Keibler's theme song.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
music video, too. All right, next category is
You ever
pretty easy,
seen that
too.
band? They got beards. Except for the drummer. The dude's name's Beard. He don't have a beard.
That's pretty weird. Those beards are weird.
That's a weird beard. Dave,
right.
what you looking at?
None, yeah.
Oh. If you want to watch a good music documentary, watch the ZZ Top documentary.
Okay.
Next category. Does this movie get made now? It's going to be a short podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't it just
This gets
get made?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a brand new movie.
And yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. I think this is
it would have to be.
yeah.
I would say if it was
Don't
going
let
to be
Kevin
made
talk.
now,
Don't let Kevin talk.
no,
Don't
it
let
would,
Kevin talk. Next
it would have to
question.
be about another line of something.
Next question.
It literally was made a year ago.
We're good. What? Okay, so in lieu of this question, let's make the next one. What athlete and shoe are we doing?
Not even just some sort of line.
We could have gotten
Building a
out of this
company.
with no or with yes, and then you chose to entertain Kevin.
No, yeah,
Why are we
Yes,
entertaining
no.
Kevin? That is not what we
No,
do on
yes.
this podcast.
yes, no, yes.
I'm gonna
yes,
say-
yes, no.
Chad Johnson's shoes on Monday Night Football.
I'm gonna say the same thing as Matt because I don't know anything.
There's not a lot of answers. Kevin's wrong. It's
the
about
only
Michael
other
Jordan's
one that would
shoe.
be interesting is like the Balls shoe line. The Ball family, Lonzo
Oh,
Ball,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
the dad.
Yeah, the
who was
dad.
in the-
Yeah, that's
definitely.
fair. That's fair.
Definitely.
But
I'm saying there wouldn't be a movie made a year after this movie was made about
I'm
Jordan
just saying we
shoes.
could have gotten in and out of this
That-
question with if we would just not have talked to Kevin. And Eric,
No,
I blame you
it
for
would
this.
Yeah,
The
I
answer
mean, I'll
is
take that
yes.
blame.
all right, next category. Favorite line from the movie. All right, I'm going first. There you go, Kevin. I hope I didn't take it from you. He doesn't
Maybe.
wear the shoe. He is the shoe.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't wear the shoe. He is the shoe. The shoe is him.
That's the obvious one.
Who else wants to go?
I said the NBA finals are on tape delay. It's literally the past.
Yeah. And that was true. That actually was true. Back in the early 80s, like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson basically changed the NBA, and then Jordan kind of rode their tails for a little bit. But yeah, they were not the same, obviously, what they are now.
I can do one with Sonny goes, I found him. And Rob goes, Jesus?
Yes.
Which is a great Larry Bird quote, right? Daniel?
Mine is our basketball division is fucking terrible. I don't love it. It's an exchange between Sonny
Yeah,
and Jason.
Yeah.
Bateman.
yeah, I don't love it.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman's great.
He's like, we got one thing. What's that? And then that line.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman
Don't love it.
is hilarious in this.
Yeah.
Dave?
You hit one shot in 30 minutes. Let's get out of here.
You gotta
I
have
also-
a more serious one.
Well, I also like Chris Tucker in this movie a lot. I did laugh when he said, "Black people don't jog. You won't catch a black man running those 26 miles."
Yeah.
Chris Tucker is he's so funny.
And a lot of people can climb that mountain. It's the way down that breaks them.
Mm.
Yeah. That was from the in pitch,
It's
right?
sunny at the
Yeah.
end.
Yep.
Was that you on the skateboard? What's that about? Having a midlife crisis.
I think Pete was my favorite character of the whole movie.
Dude, he was just out there ripping kick flips.
Yeah,
Talk-
d-
Yeah, he
midlife
was.
crisis. He's been skating for a while.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you don't just pick
It was
that
right
up.
around Phil Knight's car as well.
Yeah.
Any other lines?
I only had that one.
David Falkham.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I will eat your fucking nuts.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's a great exchange. All right. Next category. Most likely to be the off-screen drunk.
Kevin.
Kevin, you want to go first? Rebuttal?
I put Phil
I did too.
because as CEO, not knowing the future of the company he's running and putting the hands, like he just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing and just putting everything in anybody else's hand because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
I said
That's-
Phil as well.
Phil knows
But I
exactly
said because
what
he
he's
was
doing.
stressed out.
He built Nike into $1 billion brand. He just didn't want to
Yeah.
do anything with basketball. He said no one wears basketball shoes outside of basketball. He knew what he was
Yeah.
doing.
I
He
did say
built Nike.
I said Phil, but and my reasoning was the stress that he's under being a CEO of a shoe company.
Cue Kevin. Kevin rebuttal. How
I'm
you
not going to
disagree?
rebuttal because I don't
Phil
want to
Knight-
go into this
See-
bickerment with Daniel this whole fucking time.
Phil Knight doesn't strike me as a drinker. Whenever the guy wanted to go think about something, he went for a run. That's what I think of Phil Knight doing off camera whenever he's having a rough go of things. So I put David Falk was the off camera drunk. Oh wait, no, Kevin's the off camera. It's Kevin.
Told you, I'm on screen, baby.
I said Pete. Just really for the reason of like I thought any of them could be, and then I thought like Pete's out there ripping kickflips, and then he goes home and parties. I don't know.
I think Jason Bateman's character probably drinks a lot. He's divorced.
Oh,
He only gets to see
Yeah.
his kid on Sundays. He's
Yep.
buying his kids
That's a
love
good
with
answer.
Nikes.
yeah.
That's a good answer. Yeah, I like that. I think Phil Knight actually got in trouble for a drunk driving case or something. Well, that also kind of sparked my answer, but that's real life. I guess off screen on that, I like the Jason Bateman answer a lot.
Yeah.
All right, next category we've got casting our friends. Anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
I'll go first.
All right.
Eric, you always
Daniel
want to
can go first.
on this one. Let me
Yeah,
go
that's fine.
first.
Daniel
for
can
All
go
right,
first. Okay.
All right,
can go
fine,
first.
Eric.
Sorry.
I have
Go to
I
his
have
house and
me-
shove him.
I have me as Phil Knight and Kevin as Sonny because we bicker all the fucking time.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
And most of the time I'm right, but every once in a while Kevin's right and has a good idea, and I have to just roll with Kevin's idea, and even though it hurts me inside.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
That's all I had. I just once I got to
Nice.
that point, I was like, that's Kevin and I. Yeah,
That's right.
Bickering.
That's definitely right.
I had a similar thing. I said Kevin's Sonny because he can't let shit go. And then Daniel isn't. I like the Phil Knight thing, but Daniel is Jason Bateman because he's trying to keep Kevin in line because he's his boss.
Yeah.
So it's like the same sort of dynamic, but not exactly. And
Makes
then
sense.
I had Matt as Phil Knight because sports ball, I guess. And then I had Dave as Chris Tucker because I thought that was funny.
It's good.
And that's all I
Wasn't
had.
the one
good.
that counted all four of you guys actually? 1, 2,
I said I wanted to
3.
be Pete. That's
Well,
all.
he casted all of us.
Pete fits you. Pete fits you down in the lab, like tinkering and toying and jamming different
Do you ever
chords
dream-
and different things.
Do you ever dream about basketball shoes?
Right.
Right, but I mean,
That's a
I could
good
see you
line.
being in like having to hit the basement level to go see Eric, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
you go down there and there's just some monstrosity of like distortion pedals all plugged into one another,
Yeah.
daisy chained off another input box or whatever, and it's just like,
Yep.
the fuck are you doing down here, bud?
What is he doing down here?
It's creating a shoe. I just had Dag is MJ since he's the talent.
Yep.
And I also said John's Michael Jordan's mom, and the only reason I had was Southern mom feel. Just that at home cooking, you know.
I thought it was because of the part where she's like really well put together and well spoken, and
Yeah, that was
And
the
not
reason
high.
why. Dave, who did you have? Do you have any cast?
I casted John as Phil Knight just because I feel like John would be some weird ass CEO that doesn't wear his shoes in the office and put his feet up on the desk and have some weird paint job that he like was it like special custom made thing. I had Kevin as Jason Bateman's character because Kevin loves work and loves playing work by the book. Oh no, we can't spend the whole budget on one player. We got to divvy it up between 3 other players. What are you talking about?
That's pretty good.
And then I had Daniel as David Falk, the agent, because that guy was the biggest heel in the movie.
Also, I think I'm
Yeah,
on
I'm
board
glad
with
I can-
saying, I will eat your nuts.
yeah,
I'm glad
Also
I can follow up on all of this right now.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, I'm surprised nobody casted Matt as Sonny.
Hmm.
Because he definitely would go to random games to find the next Jordan, no matter what level it would be on. Elementary, middle, high school, college, whatever.
That's
Just
true.
wanting to scout out whatever. This is going to be the next great player.
Mm,
I have
That's true.
Dave would be Howard, Chris Tucker's character,
mm-hmm.
Oh,
because he would dedicate making a selling point in a meeting because he loves meetings. Which is fucking supposed to be funny. But, yeah. I have Peter's definitely Eric. Definitely think of something new to change the industry that he's in, and like with the definitely music gear.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I'm bald.
And you're bald, and you want to do kickflips.
Yes, I would be stoked if I could do a kickflip.
I also casted myself as Rob, Jason Bateman's character, because I'm more worried about a risk and I'd rather to play safe.
Yeah, play it safe.
And then I also put Daniel as David Falk because of some of the absurd things he says over the phone would come out of Daniel's mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
all true.
That's
Yeah.
all. If you've ever seen
Yeah.
me play video games, like
We
I've
all
said
have.
some
Halo
of the
2.
most weird shit imaginable.
like getting destroyed in Halo 2.
Yeah, like I got destroyed this afternoon.
Nice. Well, I thought that was a good list, Kevin.
yeah. Good job. Good
Yeah,
job,
everybody.
everyone.
Yeah, good job.
Speaking of lists,
Oh,
shit.
Oh shit.
I got a top 5.
All right.
Bow, bow, bow.
This top 5's in no particular order. This is my top 5 Jordans.
Oh,
Oh,
I know what number 1 should be.
Is it the original one?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
number 5, the Jordan 33. Number 4,
What do
the
you
Jordan
mean,
11.
Brooks?
Number 3, the Jordan 4.
Number 3 is the 4.
Number 2 is the Jordan 1. And number 1 is the Jordan 3. You guys thought I was going to do people.
No, I thought you were doing...
I knew you were doing shoes.
Yeah, I thought you were doing
okay.
shoes. I was laughing.
You said what was number 1? Jordan 3?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Jordan
the
3s
Jordan
are
3 is my
pretty sick.
favorite.
Jordan 3s are
whoever
sick.
edits this episode will just have to throw up like pictures
Pictures.
so people can
100%.
see what we're talking about.
I thought it was hilarious because I was like, I don't know any of these.
I'm right there with you. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is going to be great to edit afterwards.
Yeah.
But like, I don't have any reaction to any of this.
I don't know them necessarily. Like, I know them, but to know them by number, I'd have to like look at them. You know.
Yeah.
I really like the red and black ones that he had. The original are, I think, the coolest. I really do. The way that
the
it's
Jordan
cut.
1 is iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's so many different colorways that they've done with it.
Yeah.
Julie's got a pair of green and black ones
Oh,
that
nice.
she wore today. They were really cool.
Nice. You said the Jordan 11s, Dave?
Yeah, the Jordan 11's like
Yeah,
a
I
real
like
like
those.
bubbly
Yep.
looking one.
Yeah. I
That was like
those a lot.
more of like whenever we were like around 10, 12 years old, I think.
Yeah.
Like
Did
a lot
they
of
have batteries in it that we could get like lights on the bottom?
Mm-mm.
What?
No, it wasn't those.
Those are LA Gears.
That'd be sick
Yeah.
if they came out with Jordans like that.
You said Julie has black and green? It might
Yes.
just be the ones, just a different color. Like
No, it
the
could be.
Oregon style or something.
I don't know exactly, but she got into a phase there a couple years ago where I think she's got 2 pairs.
Nice. Me too.
I can't remember exactly which ones though.
1 per, 2 per, 3 per.
3 per.
That's Air Force Ones. Those are
I
different.
know. Oh,
She's
they
got a
are?
pair of those too.
Of course. That's awesome. Jealous. All right. Now we finish this podcast with our podium lists. First, we've got, is this a podium role for any of the top billed cast members? So
I said
this
it
is a
was
rag-
for
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
sorry.
hear it. No, I was
I
just
said
going to preface it, but go ahead.
I said it was. I had yes for one person, and that was Jason Bateman.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
But I
Yeah,
but I only did like him, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck. Like I feel like they had the biggest roles in the movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're the
exactly
3
what mine
main
was,
people
Dave.
in this.
Yeah,
I
same
mean,
here.
Jason Bateman. We all know Jason Bateman from Arrested Development. We all love Arrested Development. But like, as far as like going back and looking at what movies he's been in, like
Mm-hmm.
what you've got, like Horrible Bosses and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So I thought this was like a better, like one of his better roles.
Yeah, I agree. I that was my answer as well. I think the other 2, obviously Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I mean, they're in so many big good movies. We've talked about them a lot on this podcast already, just because they're like our generation's top people. Well, there's that.
Did he literally turn off the camera and fart into the mic?
He didn't have to turn it on.
I didn't want people to see my ass.
I honestly,
What was
Then why
there was
did you-
another Jason Bateman movie?
God damn, dude.
I can smell that.
I can't.
Smells like Da Vinci's.
It smells like Da Vinci's. Is that what you had tonight?
No, I had a.
You said
Burger
you
King.
should
I had
have
a
sent a picture the other
spicy
night.
chicken sandwich.
Oh. Oh, that's hilarious.
I was wondering what the fuck you were doing putting your camera cover
We need the
up.
derail
Woo.
sound right now. God damn.
Oh man. Okay, I'm good.
Well-
I'm back.
I think I'm good.
All right.
I think we all agree. Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, I put that I think it's a Chris Tucker top 3.
Whoa, wait a minute.
What?
I have Rush Hour
Friday?
and Friday. Rush Hour and Friday ahead
Rush
of that.
Hour 2.
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. Yeah.
Yeah.
I put Air. I like this movie a lot. And I
It's
like
a good
this.
movie. But
I like Air a lot.
It
And I think this
it
goes.
doesn't
Dude,
sound
Fifth
like it. You
Element?
the way you've been shitting on Nike.
I don't like Nike, but I think it's a good movie. That's what I'm saying.
Their shoes last you 3 months. You're out of your fucking
Just because
mind.
I don't like the company doesn't mean I don't like a movie about a company.
I've never seen a
about
pair
it.
of Nikes fall apart in 3 months.
he likes his Under Armour more.
I've never
Ooh,
owned
those are
anything
cool.
from Under Armour.
Those are my Steph Currys.
Nice.
Not
I know
MJ.
that name from basketball.
Oh, I've heard of that guy.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah. Chris Tucker, that's interesting. I would say Fifth Element.
Yeah.
I'm
no.
with you,
Kevin's
Eric.
wrong. But that's fine.
Yeah, Fifth
My opinion
put
is
that dude
wrong.
on the
Eric.
map.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Fifth Element put that guy on the map.
It's
You know,
like
Kevin,
in
sometimes there's just a right answer, and you just did not have the right answer.
yeah, it's like in School of Rock
You
when they're
chose
going
poorly.
around. Yeah, when they're going around and like saying like what music they like, a completely subjective thing. And that kid goes,
Yes.
Puff Daddy, and the answer
Yeah.
Jack Black just goes no.
No.
Or no, I think he
Or
says wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Wrong.
wrong.
I actually watched this
Liza
movie
Minnelli?
3 times willingly instead
That's
of
aw-
trying to watch it
that's
3
hilarious.
times unwillingly.
Did you have to show Beth? Like you watch it on your own and they're like, oh, I should watch this. with
The
you.
first time we started watching it, and she had to leave to go to rehearsal for a show, but I finished it while she was at the rehearsal, and then we came back and we watched it together to where she could watch the whole movie, and then I watched it again to refresh everything. Like 6 days later, right before I thought we were going to record this.
So you watched it
And
a
then,
fourth time, actually.
No, I didn't watch it a 4th time. I almost
Oh.
did, but I'm like, I've got all my notes
I
down.
probably
Just gotta
got it.
organize them.
Nice. Well, it was.
I really
good.
did enjoy this movie, though.
Nice.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah. We had a couple stinkers there for a little bit.
Stunkers.
Stunkers.
This movie's a real stunker.
And now we finish with our podium list. Is this a basketball podium list or is this a basketball podium movie?
Is that your final question?
Yeah.
You want to
Is this
phrase
a
that again?
Right. Is this
I didn't know we were doing it this way.
Yeah. Well,
I did it for the
spoiler
year.
warning.
Surprise.
We did it last.
You
Spoiler
should listen
warning.
on the last time you were on.
Yeah.
We did with Love and Basketball. So does this make your basketball podium list? How about that?
That was good.
Fourth time's a charm. Kevin, you really like this movie. Was it in your top 3?
Yes, it was. I realize that
Nice.
I don't really watch many basketball movies, even though I like basketball more than baseball. I think there are better baseball movies than basketball, and I think there are a lot of other sports that are better than this.
Yeah,
when
and-
it comes to movies.
And we talked
We're
about
not doing
that
a
on
list
the
yet.
last one, and
Yeah.
I think you said that you didn't like. No, don't do a list. But
We're not doing it.
No, not yet.
no, not yet. But what was I remember you saying last week was that you didn't like basketball movies, or the last time. But I think maybe you just kind of touched on it. Maybe you haven't seen a ton of those because like Air is one of those that's really good. I can
Mhm.
name a couple more that you probably haven't seen that have come out in the last
I
5
went through
years.
the whole thing of it, and I just I haven't seen a lot of them.
Right. And
Yeah,
there's
it's one
some
of those-
really good ones that I think that kind of have flown under the radar. Like the Adam Sandler one where he's a scout. That one's awesome. There's one called The Way Back with Ben Affleck as like kind of a has-been drunk he turns into a coach and coaches these kids, and it's a really, really good movie. There's a lot out there that I think maybe that we just haven't seen. So I'm glad you really liked this, though. This was a great movie. Daniel?
No.
Nice. Eric?
Yeah, I said no as well.
Dave?
No, this isn't on my podium.
Me neither. But it is enjoyable.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's
Probably
on
one
my
of the funniest.
it's on my podium for 2023 movies.
What's your podium for 2023?
Yeah, might as well give it to us since we haven't done it.
Yeah.
What's your top 3 in 2023?
It's Oppenheimer, Barbie, and Air. Because those are the only ones that I've seen.
I was about to say
from that year.
Name me another movie from 2023.
I haven't watched it.
Wasn't Turtles from
No,
2023?
that's not. Damn it! That's exactly what I
Well,
was going to say. Turtles.
All right.
I actually like Turtles more than
That
Barbie.
wouldn't have made my podium. It was okay.
It was fourth.
I like Turtles more than Barbie. I would say Turtles was number 3.
Nah, Barbie was dope. Barbie was
Barbie
weirder
was
than
awesome.
I thought it was going to be. And I
Sure
liked it.
was.
Yeah, Barbie was
I wasn't
definitely
a
not what
fan.
I expected when I watched it, and I actually really did enjoy it. That was
Crazy.
something
I
would
actually
throw out
did
the
not
window.
like it. There's my spoiler
wouldn't.
warning. I didn't like it.
I still haven't watched Oppenheimer. I'll make time to do it.
You're going to
Man.
love it.
I'm going
It's
to fucking
fucking
love
long.
that movie.
Yeah, Kevin's
It's
gonna love it
long.
because it's a bunch of men sitting around a room talking.
I'm
It's
kind of
a World War
surprised
II
Kevin
for like
liked
4 hours.
Barbie. I'm kind of
Yeah, but-
surprised you liked Barbie.
Yeah, it was not what I anticipated.
I thought it was
I
just
thought I'd
there.
hate it.
I don't know. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I just thought it was there.
It exceeded
It
my
was a very
expectations.
unique take on how to do a movie about a toy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Like,
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
was thinking, we were just going to get dropped into a toy world or some
Mhm.
shit. And then it was this whole, like, portals back and forth between real life and like, whatever the Barbie world was. Like,
Yeah,
it was
Barbie
was
world.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked
World.
Ryan
Or what was it
Gosling's
called?
character.
What did he call
Well,
it?
well, Air is better than Barbie in my book.
Definitely. But I
Kevin's
liked
record
Ryan
book.
Gosling in that movie a lot. Like I liked Margot Robbie. Like I liked the acting. I just didn't like the story. I thought Margot Robbie was great, and I thought Ryan Gosling was funny, but I didn't actually laugh a lot. Like I thought it was just forced or it was over the top. I don't know, just like a lot.
Yeah,
but
That's fine.
but Air was kind of over the top too. So I don't know.
It was about a shoe.
That's about a shoe. Yeah, I like the movie about a shoe
It was
more
more
than
about a
toy.
company than a shoe.
It was a movie about a shoe.
Yeah. Just
Don't
like it was a
argue with me.
movie
Thanks for
about a
coming,
toy.
everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Good times.
I like boring movies about companies, and it's more like a documentary with a little bit traumatizing.
Have you watched the one about GameStop? The stock?
I haven't, but I probably like it.
It's really good. It's on Netflix, and it's Paul Dano's the main character. And it's remember when everybody was buying Netflix just to and the
GameStop.
whole GameStop.
Yeah.
Sorry. And so everybody bought GameStop, just the stock, just to make money off of nothing, basically,
Yeah.
and use Robinhood. Robinhood's in it too.
Men in
It's
Tights?
hilarious. What?
Men in Tights Robin Hood?
No, the app,
Oh,
the stock app that I used for a while
silly
there.
me.
That it's a funny movie about kind of similar. I mean, it's about a guy buying. Yeah, you'll like it.
Yeah,
It's Paul Dano's great.
yeah, because it was all about fucking over Wall Street dudes who were shorting
Yeah, exactly.
GameStop.
Yep.
So people bought GameStop stock, and
You don't
like Wall Street guys lost billions of dollars from it.
Yeah, and obviously they talk about that too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's one of the billionaires. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I think he helped wrote the movie
Nice.
or something. But yeah. So yeah, it is about fucking over the rich people. So it's pretty good. And it's funny because I mean, again, you just buy it. You're like hoping to make $1 million from something you don't even know anything about. You're just buying their stock, which happens all the time.
Netflix is one thing I've never had as a streaming service.
Netflix?
I've never had
Congratulations.
Are
buddy.
you alive?
Netflix. No, I'm just saying I'm not for or against it. I just it's something I've
touch
never
yourself.
had.
Are you real?
Yeah,
He
I've
is
had
for
every
against
other
it.
thing.
I don't have.
But
Netflix
I've lived
account
with
either.
people with Netflix, and then when
Oh, well,
I bought when I
that
bought a
doesn't
house,
matter.
and
I've
moved out
never
in
had
New
a
York,
Netflix
I've just
account.
never had a Netflix account, and I don't have access to Netflix right now.
Okay, well that's a weird one, but I've never had Netflix. But I've always lived with somebody who has. It's not. I don't see why that's a big deal.
That's why I haven't had any Netflix stuff.
Yeah, there's no reason. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to our show. We'll cut half that. Please like and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know where that was going.
Yeah.
It was going
We know.
nowhere.
Exactly.
I really have to pee.
Okay, bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin. You can also
Bye,
follow us
everybody.
on your favorite social media platforms for clips, updates, and opportunities to vote on a movie we watch. We're going to do basketball. So,
Bye, everybody.
can't wait. Bicycle.
Daniel, go fart again.
Bye, everybody.